Holidaymakers make their way to their destination since the festive season is on our doorstep. Well, actually, the festive season is basically here. They should ensure that their personal property is covered. According to Risk Benefit Solutions, that's RBS, an independent insurance and risk specialist, holidaymakers should review their insurance policies to ensure their personal property like jewellery, tablets and laptops are covered, as these are high risk when travelling. Joining us this morning in our Seapoint studios is Colin Van Zyl. He is from Risk Benefit Solutions, and that's RBS. Good to have you. Thank you very much for joining us on the program, Colin.
Morning, Leanne. Thanks again.
All right, let's talk about personal property, because I mean that's also an interesting aspect of household insurance. Does it fall under household insurance? How does it work actually?
Leanne, the two main things, other than your house, if you stay in a standalone property, it's very important to have the house correctly insured. Checking your alarm warranties and safe warranties and all those type of small fine print things. But it's the contents that thieves are after. They're not there to steal your house, but while you're away on a holiday, your house can be exposed, making sure that your alarm works, making sure that you turn off geysers and stuff like that when you're away so that there's no unnecessary water damage, making sure you've got friends who've got keys that can access your property if there is a problem. Those are quite important things when it comes to the physical building itself. But your private stuff, as you allot into the cell phone, the laptop, all those things, those are the nice, easy pickings that thieves love to steal. Yeah. And then ladies' handbags and your purses. You tend to carry the world in your purses, and when they get stolen or lost, you're going to be in trouble. You don't have licenses, you don't have credit cards, you don't have access keys. One has to be really, really aware of what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, if we have to look at the increase, is there a marked increase between what happens during the rest of the year and this particular season? I mean, do we see that these guys are watching you and they're ready to pounce on you? I suppose that is that season where everybody wants to get something out of someone.
Yes, I mean, obviously we go into holiday mode, so we tend to be a little bit more relaxed, and the handbag isn't closed properly because your kids are grabbing your cell phone out of it and stuff like that. But yes, there obviously are people who are less fortunate and are preying on those that have. So, they know if they take your wallet or your handbag, the chances of cash and that type of stuff in there is quite high, and they take advantage of us. You might be at the beach and you leave your bag at your towel while you go for a swim. Yeah. You could be in the shopping mall shopping, getting stuff at Pick and Pay or Woolworths, and they grab your handbag out the trolley. Or you're at a restaurant and you're chatting to your friends and your cell phone's sitting on the table and the next minute it's gone. These are all things that we need to pay a little bit more attention to. And not only those type of things, one's car. You put your belongings in a car and you walk away, you push the button and you think it's safe. It's imperative that one checks one's car after you've locked it with a remote. Lots of shopping centres have signage up reminding people to be aware of remote jamming.
Yeah, I mean, we had a very interesting insert that we played in the, I think it was in the previous hour, the hour before. One of our reporters, Griselda Lewis, having a look at houses now that have been left and they're standing alone. Obviously, a lot of people perhaps basking in that beautiful weather and beach behind you there in Cape Town or somewhere else around the country. And everything is left alone, and this is where you start seeing guys breaking in, stealing things. When we talk about, I think I may have asked you a little bit more, but I'm going to ask you to dig a bit deeper. Personal property, we've spoken about that, your handbags, your things that are on you, but household insurance, I mean, that's also something I imagine that we need to make sure is in order before we leave the house.
I mean, even if you're at home and having a staycation, not necessarily going away,
yeah.
You want to pop down to the shop, so you don't close windows because it's hot. And you shoot out quickly and you haven't closed, and insurers actually will not cover you if there isn't any forcible entry. So if you've left a window open and someone's jumped over the wall and climbed through the window and taken stuff, insurers are going to quite rightly say there's no forcible entry and you won't be covered. You drive out of the garage and you're so busy talking on your cell phone or telling the kids to buckle up that you don't make sure your garage door is closed, and thieves gain entrance into your house and there's no forcible entry and insurance doesn't cover. So one really has to keep your thinking cap on and make sure that everything's right. If you are going away, make sure that your alarm actually does work. Make sure that your doors and windows do lock. It's amazing how many households will have that one window that doesn't lock properly and you don't really worry about it. When you're going away, make sure that your husband quickly fixes that window, or you get someone in that can actually repair that, and make sure that your possessions are locked away.
Yeah.
Your valuables. Don't carry anything more on you than is required.
Yeah, and don't draw attention to yourself. I think that's the big thing. I mean, sometimes people love to draw attention to themselves and show off what they have, but to the detriment of themselves, unfortunately. The other issue, I imagine, and we again spoke about this in this insert, and perhaps, we talk about drawing attention to ourselves. We all love social media. We love it. For some reason, we feel like we need to share everything there, including the fact that we're not at home anymore, including the brand new gifts that we've been given over Christmas, these wonderful cell phones and watches and rings and the gadgets that are worth thousands. And I mean, you are literally advertising to people what it is that you have just gotten, and perhaps making yourself a big target. I mean, do you, as insurance industries, also warn people, guys, be careful about what you share? You don't know who's watching.
Oh, with identity theft and all that out there, yes, our lives are out on display all the time. And, just take your cell phone, the amount of information that's there. It's photographs of you in your car, you with your friends, at a holiday house, in your house, out and about. These guys look at what your routines are, and they take advantage of you in a split second. I'm in the industry, and I fell victim to an issue last year. In an hour between me leaving for an airport and my wife coming home, they broke in and stole our safe out of our house in a very secure suburb in Cape Town. So it can happen to anybody, even us in the industry. But it's just a matter of one being very, very process-driven and making sure that you do take the necessary precautions.
Yeah. Just a question in terms back to personal property. Can a consumer get short-term insurance?
Yeah, so short-term insurance, obviously, you've insured your house, you've insured your car, those are your big assets. Then you start with the things like cell phones, jewellery, and that type of stuff. So if you don't have to have a big house to have that type of insurance, you just need some contents, but all risk insurance is the critical one. All risk meaning it's covered not only at home or at work or while driving, but it's anywhere, beach, traveling overseas, going up country, and you can specify that stuff. So, your laptop, your wedding ring, maybe you get a very nice present from your husband, a nice piece of jewelry, a little tennis bracelet, even computer games that kids get and that kind of stuff. You can specify all that stuff. If you're not sure what to do and how to go about doing it the best, chat to your broker, chat to your insurance company. Tell them, this is what I've got, what's the best option. And unfortunately, that does come at a cost, but it's a small cost in relation to replacing the full value of that item. And on that note, ladies in jewelry, if you have a nice wedding ring, make sure that it is valued regularly. Just the exchange rate changes in the last 2 years. We've seen jewelry prices go up almost 45% due to the dollar. So it's critical that this stuff is looked at properly.
All right, Colin, thanks so much for the advice. Enjoy your time, and I hope you have a great rest and holiday too, getting ready for that next year. Colin Van Zyl giving us some great tips as to what to do when it comes to insurance, short-term insurance, of course your home insurance. Everything needs to be in order before you go away, and just careful how you show off. Just careful. It is absolutely frightening as to how many people are watching you, and they know what you've got and what you don't have, and they're there. They're out on the prowl. So please be aware, everybody.